What if Nikola Tesla had won? What if the world embraced wireless power, free energy, and limitless innovation, not through Edison's patents and profit, but through Tesla's vision? What if the future we dreamed of had already begun in the 1900s? In this timeline, Tesla didn't die broke and forgotten. He triumphed, and the world we live in today is shaped by a very different kind of current. In our timeline, the war of currents was brutal. Edison pushed direct current, DC, while Tesla championed alternating current, AC. Edison had the money, Tesla had the brilliance. But here's where the timelines diverge. In 1893, Tesla's AC power system not only lit the Chicago World's Fair, it was adopted by the US government as the national standard. Edison's smear campaigns backfired. Investors backed Tesla. And just like that, the tide turned. AC wasn't just adopted, it became the foundation for a new world. By 1901, Nikola Tesla was more than an inventor. He was a visionary industrialist, backed by Westinghouse and later by international governments. He built power stations, transmission towers, and laboratories across the world. But Tesla wasn't just interested in electricity. He wanted to reshape humanity's relationship with energy. And thanks to one breakthrough, he did. In 1903, the Wardenclyffe Tower didn't fail. It worked. Tesla demonstrated wireless energy transmission across 30 miles, lighting bulbs and running motors with no wires, no batteries. The demonstration was undeniable. The press called it the day the Earth hummed. J.P. Morgan, initially skeptical, reinvested. Other nations followed. By 1915, wireless energy grids were being installed in London, Berlin, Cairo, and Tokyo. With energy no longer dependent on fuel, wires, or monopolies, the global economy began to shift. Oil declined in value. Coal mines closed. The industrial world reorganized around access to broadcast energy. Entire cities were powered by humming towers, tuned into Tesla's global grid. Energy became a public utility, and for the first time in history, free. With power accessible to everyone, innovation exploded. In just 3 decades, electric cars replaced combustion engines. Homes were heated and cooled wirelessly. Electric airships crossed oceans. Factories ran without pollution. By the 1940s, every household had access to electric automation, washing machines, food processors, cleaning bots, all powered invisibly from above. Even rural areas, once left behind, were lit with clean power. The gap between rich and poor narrowed. Education surged. Innovation spread to every corner of the planet. But power was just the beginning. In the 1930s, Tesla unveiled his next project, the Teleforce system, a directed energy beam, not for war, but for planetary defense. Skeptics laughed. Then came the meteor of 1937. When a small asteroid entered Earth's atmosphere, Tesla's beam, broadcast from 3 stations, broke it apart. The world watched. The laughter stopped. The system was refined and adopted by the League of Nations. Tesla had created the first global defense shield, with energy decentralized and weapons controllable from a single global system. Traditional warfare began to dissolve. By 1950, the Tesla Accord was signed, limiting military development and shifting conflict resolution to scientific councils overseen by a global technology tribunal. This didn't disappear, but nuclear weapons were never developed. Cold Wars never escalated. Humanity's greatest dangers were no longer each other, but the unknown. With energy abundance and global cooperation, the space race began, not between nations, but as a human mission. In 1960, a Tesla-designed ion propulsion spacecraft reached the moon. 2 years later, a lunar base was constructed, powered wirelessly from Earth. By 1975, Mars had its first research colony. Satellites blanketed the skies, not for telecom alone, but to maintain the Tesla grid across the solar system. In 1983, Tesla's long-theorized neural resonance interface became real, a device that allowed the brain to connect with machines, not through implants, but through harmonized frequency. Paralyzed patients walked. Blind people saw. Communication leapt beyond language. Education entered the mind directly. Memory became shareable. Creativity became collaborative. Society redefined intelligence not as isolated knowledge, but shared experience. Today, in this alternate 2025, Earth is powered without wires. War is obsolete. Space is our second home. And Nikola Tesla's name is spoken with the reverence of Einstein, Galileo, and Newton combined. His vision created a world where ideas, not industries, drive progress, where curiosity, not capital, fuels invention, where cooperation, not conquest, defines power. Every child learns resonance theory by age 7. Every building hums with clean power. Every human carries the legacy of one man who looked at lightning and saw the future. We gained clean energy, global peace, accelerated progress. But we lost something too. Monopolies faded, and with them, the old empires. Competition became collaboration, but for some, so did complacency. Without the struggle of scarcity, ambition became quieter. Without the fear of war, urgency slowed. Humanity found peace, but not all found purpose. So what would you choose? A world driven by profit, patents, and politics, or a world lit by free energy, global unity, and the mind of one man who dreamed beyond his time? In this timeline, Nikola Tesla won, and because he did, the world was never the same.